luminous and vibrant. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. So many times I've stranded, a castaway on unknown shore, although a stranger in this continent. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. An infatuated light. Although it hurts me to be with you, I'm always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. For you.
Well, we are smack dab in the middle of packing and getting ready for this big move coming up, and we are in the middle of the school year. And so things are a little hectic right now, but through the chaos, we are trying to keep some normalcy. And so we're doing Bible and doing school and trying to keep on a routine with the bedtime and things like that for the boys. Consistency, I think, is key, but we're doing well. We've started packing. As you guys can see, the house kind of looks like a bomb went off. We've got boxes everywhere, but I kind of like to start packing ahead of time because I don't like to feel rushed. I like to just take my time with it, go through things, and pack it the way that I want. We had our first appointment with the adoption attorney yesterday, and I'm super excited. We drove to town with the boys, and they played in the little playroom while we met with the attorney and talked about the paperwork and the terms that we've agreed to with Kellen's family. He sent us home with a packet that needed to be filled out with our information plus information from Kellen's biological family, and he needs that back ASAP so that he can finish up the paperwork to get all of this finalized. So we have opted to turn right back around tomorrow and head back to the attorney's office. We've got all the paperwork from his mom and from us filled out, and we're going to drop that off to him. So yeah, we're just kind of at the beginning of this process. We're all excited, just taking this one day at a time. And I just want to thank you guys for all of your really sweet comments on the last video when I announced that Kellen is going to be staying with us forever. And you guys are truly, truly kind, keeping Kellen's family in your prayers as well. I mean, as you guys can imagine, we're excited, right? But that definitely does not negate the fact that we know that there's a whole nother side to this, and they've made a very hard decision to let Kellen stay here. And so I pretty much fall asleep every night praying for his family as well. And it's just, you know, with the open adoption, we're going to be a blended family for the rest of Kellen's life. I was just laughing at some of the comments on the video, the last video where we announced that we are moving again. And like I always say, it's like 99% of you are so awesome and so supportive and encouraging. And then you get like the 1% that's like, you would think that they're the ones moving, like they're just super stressed out about it and they don't understand it. And some of them are a little angry about it. And yeah, it's quite interesting to read some of the thought processes that happen with people. And I think, you know, I understand it. Like when you watch a YouTuber, you get invested in that family, invested in that home, invested in all the things that you see every time you watch a video. And I get that. But at the same time, I think some people forget that this is our life and we only get one life to live. And Joe and I are very much the type of people that we never want to have any regrets. So we're not afraid of change. If we don't like something, we change it. So it's slow going around here right now. Obviously, this is what Joe and I call like the in-between period. You know, we are moving, but we haven't moved yet. And we are not doing any future projects on this home, obviously, because we're going to be selling it. So we're just focusing on like everyday life. Joe's been working on plowing the driveway. We have had some insane warm temperatures lately, lots of rain. We had a huge windstorm the other day. And so the driveway has literally been like an ice skating rink. It's been so dangerous. So Joe's working on clearing snow and kind of cleaning up out there. A couple of you had asked if the new property has livestock pastures and things like that set up for the goats and the sheep. And the answer is no, it doesn't have any of that stuff. But you guys know Joe and I will be building that for the animals. So we will not be moving into the cabin right away when we close because we need to make sure that we have the infrastructure and everything set up for the livestock and the chickens before we move over there. You guys might remember when we moved to this cabin, we, for a short period of time, about a week, 3 to 5 days, we were having to drive back and forth from this cabin to the old cabin every day to feed and water the animals. And I told Joe, I am not doing that again because the distance between this cabin and our next cabin is much further than the other ones. So I am not going to be driving up here every day to feed and water the goats and the sheep. So the priority is getting the fencing and everything done first. That way when we do move for good to the new cabin, we can take all the animals with us and we'll all be together. I am so grateful because the new cabin actually has a laundry room. You guys know our laundry room in this cabin is upstairs in the bathroom, the only bathroom in the house, which has been totally fine. We've made it work, and we would have continued to make it work. Having a washer and dryer is just nice. I don't really care where it's at, but the new property does have a dedicated laundry room with a huge counter, like a folding table, a sink. It's almost like a mud room. It's just huge. It's honestly bigger than this bathroom. So I'm really excited for that space to be able to have the laundry area somewhere else. It's kind of funny because this is definitely not like normal content that I would show on a video. Well, I guess it is. I kind of share everything with you guys. But you guys know that for 6 or 7 months now, I have been on a journey, like a healing journey to get my health back after my Lyme disease diagnosis this summer. And I've incorporated some other things, detoxing things and devices into my regimen for healing and recovery and detoxing, like sitting in red light therapy. And also we started sleeping on a grounding mat probably 2.5 or 3 weeks ago. So what's really exciting, I've read a lot about all of these different things. I was reading on some forums in the comment section, people were like, yeah, I got a grounding mat and I didn't feel any change. I didn't notice a difference. I used it for a week, I used it for 2 weeks, and I didn't feel any different. And it's kind of crazy because sometimes I think people, if they don't get instant gratification or see like an instant change, just like when you're trying to work out and eat right, if you don't start dropping the pounds immediately, they get discouraged and they think it's not working. And really consistency is key in a lot of ways, right? So the grounding mat for me, and Joe, we both sleep on this grounding mat, but for me, I instantly started seeing a change in my sleeping. I was having crazy insomnia. Like my issue's never been falling asleep. My issue's been staying asleep. So I'd fall asleep for 20, 30 minutes and then I would be woken up by a noise, the dog licking himself or whatever. And I would be up for 2 or 3 hours staring at the wall, tossing and turning. It was just horrible insomnia. So I wasn't getting good sleep and I was waking up irritable and not feeling rested. So the biggest thing I've noticed with the grounding mat, I am sleeping like a baby. You know, when you go on vacation and you stay in a hotel or like a bed and breakfast and it's got a really nice bed with those comfy comforters and pillows, and you wake up, now I know you go to some of them and you wake up and you're like, this place is horrible, but I'm talking about the good ones. You wake up and you're like, wow, I feel like I just slept for 10 years. Like your eyes are puffy and you feel rested and warm and fuzzy and good. That is how I have been feeling every morning that I wake up since we started sleeping on the grounding mat. So really quick, for those that might be like, what is grounding or earthing? Because if you don't know what it is, I'm going to lose you and you're going to be like, this lady's crazy. What is she talking about? And I will say this summer, when I shared my diagnosis video with you guys, some of you had told me in the comment section, Tina, check out grounding, get a grounding mat. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll check into it. And honestly, I was like, that sounds like some tree hugging hippie stuff, like walk barefoot outside. Like I just thought it was the weirdest thing. And it was not on my priority list to really research it because I just thought it sounded bananas. But grounding, also known as earthing, reading here off of good old Google, is when you stand on the earth or have contact with the product that's grounded into the earth. This connects your body to the natural electric charge of the earth, transferring electrons into your body. Some research shows that soaking up electrons can lower inflammation, ease stress, and improve sleep, to name a few. Also known as vitamin G or electronic nutrition, some experts think grounding fixes an electron deficiency syndrome that plays a role in multiple health disorders. In other words, spending time on a grounding mat, walking in your yard barefoot, or wading in a lake can counteract the effects of not having direct contact and balance out your body. The earth is electronically active with lots of electrons floating on the surface. The human body naturally absorbs electricity from the earth, which produces changes in our bodies that may support our health. Historically, people were more connected to the earth. They spent more time outdoors with their feet and bodies directly on the ground, but nowadays most people have little direct contact with the earth. As a result, our bodies build up positive static electric charges that can't be released unless we connect to the ground. Grounding neutralizes those positive charges by absorbing negative electrons to balance you out. When connected, the electrons we absorb work as natural antioxidants that neutralize the positively charged free radicals that can damage your body. Exposure to electrons is vital for functioning at your best. It can improve sleep, heal wounds, and reduce inflammation linked to a variety of health ailments. So in a nutshell, that's what grounding is. And up here in Alaska, it's difficult. 6 to 7 months out of the year, we don't see the ground because it's covered in feet of snow and layers of ice. And so there are devices out there that can help you still ground yourself if you can't touch the physical earth. And if you really think of it, like, how many of us really touch the earth? Most of us don't even get the sun exposure and the fresh air exposure that we should have in a day, let alone touching the earth with our bare feet, or touching plants and touching trees and things like that. So we opted to get a grounding mat and we sleep on it every night. Like I said, we've been doing that for about 3 weeks, but they have grounding shoes, they have grounding mats for your feet that can go under your desk at work. There's lots of different ways you can do it. Okay, so and I don't know why I decided to share this with you guys in the bathroom while folding laundry. One of the things with grounding is it can reduce blood viscosity by decreasing the clumping of red blood cells, which improves blood flow and potentially lowers the risk of cardiovascular issues by promoting healthier circulation. This effect is achieved by transferring free electrons from the earth to the body when direct skin contact is made with the ground, essentially increasing the surface charge of red blood cells and preventing them from sticking together. Now, Joe pricked his finger last night and put a little bit of his blood under the microscope that we just bought. And it was interesting to see his red blood cells were all clumped together. Not like, oh my gosh, Joe has, blood clots. Not like that. They all do that for all of us. But the problem when all the cells clump together is it reduces the surface area of each individual cell, limiting the amount of oxygen that cell can take in, so on and so on, right? So he pricked his finger, put the blood under the microscope, and you could visibly see the cells clumped together. And then he went upstairs and laid on the grounding mat for a second, and it just takes a second. You are grounded within a nanosecond of touching it. It's pretty crazy. And the effects of grounding can be felt for hours after you've grounded yourself. So he went up, laid on the grounding mat, pricked his finger again, put the blood under the microscope again, and all of his cells had spread apart instantly. So now, instead of them being clumped together, they were all spread out individually, able to take in more oxygen into his cells, helping improve blood flow for him, which helps reduce inflammation, so on and so on. Like, you guys get it. But what was neat is that you can actually physically see something happening to your physical body when you ground yourself or when you practice earthing. So I had to share that with you guys because I just thought that was so cool that we actually saw the physical difference of what happened to his blood within just minutes of grounding himself. So I will link in the video description the grounding mat that I got from Amazon. I think it was like $150 if I'm not mistaken. It was just over $100. So it was pretty interesting, and I'm looking at Google again because Joe knows like the technical terminology and I don't. But I was like, is this mat really doing anything, before we got the microscope, or is this just like a piece of fabric that some Chinese company is selling on Amazon? And so Joe got out his meter and he did a grounding test, and it says this involves measuring the electrical resistance between the object and the known ground point, usually using a specialized tool called a grounding resistance tester or a multimeter. So Joe used that, and lo and behold, the whole mat is grounded like the second that you touch it. So it's pretty interesting, and all I know is I've just been sleeping so good. And you guys, sleep is so important. I mean, that's going to help with inflammation, joint pain, irritability, stress, mood, all the things. And it was just really neat to see like the difference in Joe's blood instantly after grounding himself. So anyway, just thought that was super cool, super fun and interesting. And I wanted to share it with you guys. Like I said, I'll link that mat in the video description if you guys want to check it out. They have all kinds of different devices that you can use. And you just take the mat, you put it on your mattress, and you just plug it right into the ground, the circle in your electrical outlet. You don't put it into the prongs, you put it into the grounding port. And that's all you do. And you just leave it on your bed. And so while you're sleeping at night, you're sleeping grounded, and it's helping with all kinds of things while you're sleeping. So I just thought that that was super cool, super interesting.
Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell. But take heed where you ramble, or too soon you will go way up on the hillside where the new flowers grow. Well, he met in the springtime, the sun sinking low. Two star-crossed lovers in the still melting snow, where the loving was easy and the courting was brief. Well, they called her a beauty, they called him a thief. In the quiet of the evening, they'd steal away, where the laughter would flow and the fiddle would play. Well, the folks called it wrong, but hell, it seemed alright. In the sun-painted picture, and the day turned to night. Come up on the hillside, we'll have a time. If you'll bring the kisses, honey, I'll bring the wine. Keep your heart guarded, or too soon it'll fall. When one walks back home, honey, only one knows it all. Well, she walked up the hillside alone one day, and the heart is a hunter, always knows of its prey. And her father's old pistol hanging loose by her side. When she aimed once, she never shot twice. Well, the air was so still, and the sky was so blue. Before she could see them, the laughter she knew, she heard two shots ring out.
All right, you guys see this? Look at that. That is called bloating. I am not sucking it in, and I'm not pushing it out. That's for real. I look like I'm 3 months pregnant. Look at that.
She is.
Joe, I literally look like I'm pregnant. That's crazy. Wow, okay. You might be like, Tina, why would you ever show that on YouTube? Well, because I don't get bloated anymore. Ever. Since I changed my diet and cut out the gluten. But you know what? When I did carnivore for 30 days, it was like an elimination diet. Like, you cut everything out, and once you are done with carnivore, if you choose to end that way of eating, you slowly add things back into your diet so that you can see what your body responds to. Like if you have a negative response, inflammation, any kind of bloating, gastrointestinal issues. And one thing that I have found on this journey is that my body does not like white potatoes. And it makes me so sad because I love white potatoes. Like, you guys might remember a year or two ago, around that time frame, like, we consistently would have white potatoes in the morning for breakfast with eggs, like we did this morning. Mashed potatoes, potatoes in stews, like all the things. And I never realized it until I did the elimination diet and added potatoes back in. I instantly, and Joe too, Joe has some negative side effects to the white potatoes. So it's something that we're aware of. And when we choose to eat them, we know that we're gonna have some issues for the next 24 hours or so. I don't have any negative side effects from it, but I definitely get really bloated and, sorry to say, but super gassy. Like, I instantly felt bubbly. Joe did too after breakfast this morning. And then, as you guys saw in the soup tonight, we had some canned white potatoes from our garden. So we love them. We will continue to eat them, but we eat them seldomly compared to before, because yo girl does not do well. We are refilling our little honey container with this huge bucket of honey that we have. We go through quite a bit of honey because we use it in our coffee, and typically as a sweetener for baked items and things like that. Like I shared with you guys before, I'm trying to switch everything out from like granulated sugar to honey or maple syrup. Occasionally I will use granulated sugar as long as it's organic and, you know, not highly processed, but that's really occasional because honey and maple syrup actually sweetens things nicely. All right, we're trying to get this computer set up to the microscope that I was telling you guys about, but we got a little sidetracked because Joe, what are you doing there? Whoa, you do look like from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Ew, look at your ear. Look at my chin. Hi, honey. You coming to bed anytime soon?
No.
No. Okay, apologies. We're back on track now. We're just a little intermission. We're trying to hook this up to the laptop. That way you guys can see it big. And Joe, actually, I think I'm going to have you prick your finger again. I don't want you to prick my finger.
I already touched the thing. You didn't.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Dang, I haven't grounded today. Joe has. I mean, I grounded last night because I sleep on it. But I think to show you guys really like what we were talking about, like real time, I think that I need to use my blood because I haven't grounded since I woke up this morning. And so my blood cells are probably more clumped together than Joe's, and I can show you the immediate difference when I ground myself. But you can't, how do you poke me with the needle? Mm-hmm. There's a moose outside. Oh, Maggie the moose is back.
That one looks like you got a fuzzy back.
Really? Maybe it's a different one. Oh, she's under it. She's under the camera. Oh, she's right there. Oh, look at her eating the branches. Oh, Maggie the moose. Aw, look at her. I don't know if that's Maggie.
It's more fuzzy.
She's way furrier on the back. That looks like it's a male. You know, they really are super quiet and stealthy for being such big animals. You don't see them until they're right up on you. And it's kind of creepy because sometimes we go out to lock the chickens up late at night, and yeah, it's just kind of scary because they'll just, that one just went behind the outhouse, and that's a small space, so you wouldn't even know it was there until it came out. All right, so we got the microscope hooked up to the laptop.
What?
You didn't, you stabbed me. You didn't poke me, you stabbed me. All right, that, the needle's not working. So we have a glucose meter from when we did keto, and we're gonna use that. We should have used that to begin with, but Joe made it look so easy when he did it yesterday, but both my fingers didn't want to bleed. So we're gonna just use this. I think it'll be much easier. Oh, babe.
Are you ready?
Why do you keep saying that? Just do it. I don't, Ow! It's not funny, Joe. Look, I really don't have any blood. Ew. And you can see how they're all clumped together. Like little clusters of them all together. Joe's trying to focus it in better.
That's about it.
It's probably as good as it's gonna get. So that is before, that's before I'm grounded. Okay, so I'm gonna go upstairs to the bedroom and I'm gonna ground myself really quick on my grounding mat. And then I'm gonna come back down and unfortunately Joe has to prick me again. And then we're gonna see the difference between the blood cells like I was sharing with you guys earlier. As you can see, I've just got my hand on it. I'm just sitting on it. You don't have to sit here for that long to ground, but I'll just do like 5 or 10 seconds and then we'll go back downstairs. I don't care. Yeah. Ow! You could have. You know what, Joe? I don't know if you would make a good nurse.
Why?
You're not very like gentle.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're rough. You're a mechanic, that's why. All right, so you can see on this after shot, all the red blood cells are separated. Like you can see the surface of all of the individual cells. They're not clumped together like before. They look almost like, before they almost look like little caterpillars. Like they all stack up on top of each other and they look like little worms.
Let's see if I can turn it.
But these ones are all separated apart. And you can see like they stack on each other and make like these little, almost like little caterpillar looking things, like everywhere. You can see them all stacked on each other, all clumped up. And then let's show them the after one more time, Joe. That's crazy. You can just see like all the little individual cells. They look like little beads.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends.
Good morning. We are here in town and we are driving 2 separate vehicles today because Joe's plow is still having problems and we have a warranty on it. So we dropped it off at the company this morning. I'm excited because we're gonna go see Lexi and she has a little surprise that I have not introduced to the channel yet. And I'm really excited because it's really cute. She's not pregnant or anything like that, but it is a little baby of sorts. Okay, we got all the paperwork dropped off for Kellen and we are gonna go have I guess you could call it brunch. We came into town, we haven't eaten yet, so it's about lunchtime and we're all starving. Normally I get the gluten-free BLT and potato salad, but I'm not gonna get that today. Lately, I don't really care for the taste of the potato salad. It's had like a weird, kind of like a nutmeggy flavor, and the way my mama used to make potato salad, it didn't taste like that. And I kind of like more of like that tart, oniony flavor potato salad. But anyway, I say that to say I think I'm just gonna get breakfast this morning, but probably have some gluten-free toast with some jam or something like that. All right, we're here at Lexi's. I'm excited to show you guys her little surprise. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, it's so dark in here.
I'm hibernating.
You're hibernating?
Yeah.
It feels warm and cozy though, I like it.
It is.
Hi, Ollie. Hi, Ollie. Hi, Ollie. Oh, he likes when we come to visit. Hi, Lexi.
Hi. Oh yeah, I never see you guys.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn you around. I'm gonna show you this little surprise. Okay, Joe got himself a new friend. Look at him. He's so cute. This is Kazi.
Kazi boy.
Little Kazi man. Look at his little eyes. Oh my goodness. He likes your beard, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's going for it. So Lexi got Kazi a week ago?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so it's the newest addition to her little family. And he is spunky.
You see this face? I have bags under my eyes, okay?
Is he really keeping you up at night?
This morning, I couldn't go back to sleep because he was eating my toes on my, and now he knows how to jump in our bed. So now he specifically does that just to attack us. Like, look, he's attacking Dad's back.
I think that that's a sign of affection.
No.
I think that it means he really has...
He was attacking the vets.
He's imprinted on you.
No.
Oh, that's cute. So what is Princess? Is she warming up to him? Because I know before she wanted to eat him. No? Oh.
She's okay, like, as long as she doesn't make eye contact.
Princess is, she's special, I think. She's not a nice kitty. She's kind of, she has her days though.
She just, yeah, I don't really know. It's just speechless when it comes to her.
But Ollie, he's licking the kitten. Look, oh my gosh. Ollie loves Kazi and it's so cute. Oh look, he knows, he moved.
He's
Ollie.
the BFG to Kazi.
What are you doing?
Is he allowed on your couch like that?
Not when we're home.
You're only supposed to do it in secret. What are you doing, Ollie?
In secret means we can see him on the camera, though.
Oh, they be watching you on the camera all day. I think that's your spot
It
too,
is
isn't
his
it?
spot.
That's where he's always at when I come over.
Is that
He
your
wants-
spot when Lexi's at work all day? You little stinker.
He watches TV every day.
Yeah, you lay and watch what, Gordon Ramsay or what? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, look at him. How he's looking at me. He knows.
He's like, don't be talking about Ramsey like that.
Oh
Get off my couch.
He's so precious.
no! He is precious.
He's like
Lexi,
just
the collar's bigger than he is. He's like so tiny. Hi. I might just have to put you in my purse and take you home.
What was that?
I was saying he smells like roses. Yeah, it's fun at my house. It's really fun at my house. Look, I think he loves me. Yeah. My name is Grandma Titi. Okay. Just think, yes, hello. Oh, look at him. It's like a little baby. Joey, we're supposed to be loving Lexi and visiting. Babe!
Help me out now.
See, just think, Lexi, you're gonna get to have this all the time pretty soon. Oh, you get to see your dad more often. Are you excited?
Yeah.
So what's the elbow thing?
The elbow thing is
I don't get it.
ever since I was, not ever since I was little, but like middle school, I always got his elbows and he'd get mad because he doesn't like his elbows.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't like his elbows touched.
Because it's funny bone. And so,
Is that
so I
true,
always mess with his elbows.
Sensitive funny bone triggers.
You could have just said yes. What would, I have sensitive funny bone triggers.
Sensitive funny bone syndrome.
Sensitive funny bone syndrome, SFBS.
Yeah.
You got a little SFBS, Joe?
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up. And we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling. Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
This is my Value Village outfit for today. Yep.
Ooh, period, fit check. Ooh, period,
Okay.
fit check. Ooh, yes, Value
Yeah.
Village.
And see, my bloating went away. 24 hours. Usually by the next morning it goes away and I'm all better. It's okay. You know, you gotta enjoy the white potatoes sometimes. But anyway, yeah, Value Village, super cheap.
Wow.
Whole outfit was maybe like $10 for these little jeans.
Yes,
Little
honey.
sweater.
Balling on a budget.
Hashtag Value Village.
Yes.
I'm super grateful that we're moving soon because I just need to be able, it's just too far away. I mean, it would be a long time for me to get to you, like if something happened. And
I know, because if I was dying on the table, you guys wouldn't have seen me.
we might not have made it. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of dramatic, but
Hey, oh no.
it's not funny. I had comments from people that were like,
But that's just where our brains go, remember?
Yeah, that
to
is
the worst.
to the worst case scenario. I was telling him that I had like some interesting comments on the moving video that we're moving again, and I gave several reasons for why we've decided to move closer to Lexi, and I mean, I gave multiple reasons, and some people just hear what they want to hear and they hone in on one thing. And I had several women, it's always women for some reason that come at me, but they're like, you do know your daughter is a grown-up, right? And when she decides to move, are you just gonna follow her across country?
I followed them here.
And I'm just like, really? Like, I'm well aware she's grown. She came out of me, thank you.
Yeah.
But that's just a ridiculous statement. Obviously, Lexi's an adult, she has her own life, and we've never lived close to our family. We were military, so we always lived in different states than our family. And so I don't for one second.
You know what? That's actually something that I really wanted, because my boyfriend James, his family, they all lived in the same little town, same little city. Everybody was already like always at each other's houses and things like that. And like she just said, we never had that with our family. And so like the thought of us starting our own little generation like thing, you know, like she can come over and just hang out with the grandkids or whatnot whenever that time comes, and like going right over to their house quickly for like a dinner or something. Like we don't get to do that with them being so far out.
Like
so.
impromptu, just a coffee chat or getting our toes done together. Yeah, and I always tell Lexi, because we have not really had a close-knit family, just because my side of the family is pretty dysfunctional, and we were always far away with the military. And as Lexi got older in like high school and stuff, it kind of started bugging her, because she would have really good friends that they would have like family reunions, and Lexi's like, we just don't have family like that. And I told Lexi, you know what, we can start our own traditions and we can leave our own legacy, and it starts here.
Yep.
And if we want to follow each other, what's it to ya?
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Family's everything. So. And
then if she's closer, then I don't have to even make food. I can just go to her house every night and she can make me dinner, you know, because I need my mommy so bad.
Don't tip me. No, we were joking. We were saying we're going to have, what did we say?
Taco Tuesdays.
And seafood Saturdays.
Saturdays.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kind of feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for ourselves at age 18. We had the devil on our shoulders telling us what we should do. I wonder if you think about me too. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kind of feel like calling. hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. Miss you. Miss you. Oh, miss you. Nothing else that I can do. I just miss you.
I see you, Frankie. You know I can see you, Frankie. Peekaboo. You getting bigger than me, Kellen?
You're gonna fall.
Go. Yep. Oh. Pretty quickly. I mean, they're not digested well, right? They come out whole. But, what was I saying?
You're talking about corn in your poop?
I didn't say poop, Joe. I was trying not to say poop. Oh, look, I look like an alien.
Go to the center.
I come in peace. Are you coming to bed anytime, honey? Huh?
Joe, your hair. What is happening to your hair? Oh my gosh. What are you doing?
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Sing it.
Bluebirds fly. I don't know the rest of the words, but I know they fly high somewhere out there.
Babe, I think we are made for each other. Look at us. We're so cute. How come I always get a real southern accent when we do these filters? My mouth looks so tiny though. Oh, what would your name be? Roy. You look like a Roy.
I shouldn't eat white potatoes. This is what happens. Babe,
You're being ugly.
babe, you're ugly too. What are you talking about? We should put Bradley over here. Look. Don't eat starch. You can get a little bloated. You know what I mean?
Oh, what is happening? Oh, you broke my nose, Joe.
Well, I drank the water.
Well, did you look in the pantry? You always say that. You don't ever look good enough. Why don't you try again? See, why do I have a southern accent again? Why do I always go southern? No, that's not. What are you doing? What is that?
Let's see your dolphin. Oh my! You look like you have problems. Oh,
How do you wiggle so much in the air?
it's in the ankles.
The ankles, okay. Look, in my era, this is what we do. The Roger Rabbit, baby.
You know.
Oh, you sure do wiggle them ankles, though.
Yeah.
What does a dolphin do, Lexi?
That was good, huh? That was good, huh?
Can you tell me how that happened?
It happens every time I use this
Do you
cup.
not watch when you
It
pour?
lies.
It doesn't lie.
It lies.
That is so full.
Mom, it lies every time.
You can't look at the viewfinder when you pour coffee.
This is what I did last time too.
And it's all over your counter.
Okay, we're not talking about this.
Wow.
I think Ollie wants
If
it
you
to.
look me in my eyeball one more time. God. Oliver! No! I am deleting that